Come closer. Come closer. Are you still curious on what NFTs are? I got you on the 100. Join the buzz as the Let's Talk NFTs is coming to your screen every Wednesday, 9 a.m. on Crypto TV Plus, as we bring life and vibes to everything NFTs. Don't dollar, let's buzz.
Don't get stuck in the past. Get all the latest news and happenings on blockchain and cryptocurrency only on Crypto TV Plus.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk NFTs, where we get to talk about everything NFTs. And I get to give you all the hot and sizzling gist in the world of NFTs. I'm your host, Faith Aquari, and with me today is the co-founder of NFT NG, and he's here with me to talk about NFTs. Joe, welcome to the program. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Amazing. It feels amazing to have you here. How does it feel to be at Let's Talk NFTs?
It feels great, actually. I mean, it's something I've actually been anticipating, to just be here. Let's just talk NFTs generally.
Amazing. So guys, we're going to be having so much fun. We have the pump and dump segment. We also have the how well do you know your NFTs. So we'll be, Joe will be on the hot seat and I'll be trying to cool it down as much as I can. So guys, don't go anywhere. This is Let's Talk NFTs, brought to you by NFT NG and powered by Crypto TV Plus. We'll be right back. How to make money from NFTs. Take a picture, upload that picture on OpenSea, set a price, let's say 100 Ether, and now you wait. And then you wait. My NFT just got sold. Do you want to know everything about NFTs? Join the buzz at NFT NG. Starting your NFT journey begins with a step. You remember, imagine I take a picture of my hand. Oh yeah, explaining what NFTs are. Then you're ready to take the next steps to minting your own NFT. I officially welcome you to the NFT community. To start off, it is required you determine what unique digital asset you want to turn into an NFT. It can be a custom painting, picture, music, video, game, collectible, meme, GIF, or even a tweet.
Don't get stuck in the past. Get all the latest news and happenings on blockchain and cryptocurrency only on Crypto TV Plus.
Welcome back to Let's Talk NFTs. You're watching Let's Talk NFTs. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus. I'm your host, Faith Aquari, and with me in the studio today is the co-founder of NFT NG, Joe, and we're so excited to have him here because I can't wait to just cruise, right? So before we get into the segment of today, let's talk about NFTs. Why is it so hard? Like, unlike the fungible market, why is it so hard to trade NFTs, especially in this part of the world?
Okay, so I think I would first start off with people not understanding, what exactly NFTs are, not understanding, the text behind like NFTs. I remember the last time we had a talk, I gave an instance of where somebody sold an NFT through a picture, and then people just suddenly wanted to start buying NFTs. So I'll just basically say that I'll still go back again and circle back to the fact that our economical situations, these are like a major issue, as to why liquidity is really scarce in our side of the market. I think another thing is ideas. There are different, ideas to NFTs, different types, different patterns at which you could make NFTs fun, at which you could actually put a lot of innovations with NFTs. So when these things are scarce, when you look at VCs, when they want to invest into startups, they want to look at how unique the idea is, how scalable the idea is, how nice it is, So when these things are not, being put into check, I don't think there will be reasons why, liquidity should flow into NFTs. I think that's a major issue with our side of the world as relating to liquidity and NFTs.
Amazing. And talking about trading, we've heard of term financialization of NFTs, how NFTs are being used in DeFi protocols and the rest of it. So I know a lot of our viewers are wondering what exactly does that mean. I think NFTs are just means build a community and everything. But right now, I think the utilities are going beyond, just having one art or the music on the blockchain. What does it mean to financialize, NFTs, especially in the context of using it as a DeFi, factor in the protocol?
I think from financialization of NFTs, that's like a very, very big thing. That's something that a lot of people are not actually taking notes or taking into cognizance, and it's actually really big because for me, I would say the future of NFTs would rely on how well our financialization of NFTs are actually being taken, with strong hands, or actually trying to do as much with it for now. So I'd say our financialization of NFTs basically involves, trying to create making it more than just NFTs, making it a business. Exactly, I'll use the word business. Taking our normal, level of business now, and trying to meddle them with NFTs. How could NFTs actually come into these things to make them better? Mm-hmm. How could we make these things more fun? I'll just take a major example that is really, constant, a lot of people know right now. Mm-hmm. For example, it's the Reddit pop-off, Reddit. A lot of people have been talking about Reddit, and you saw how these people actually just brought into NFTs. Even if they didn't call it NFTs, they called it, collectibles, which was really, really nice. But when you look at what they did and you read it, you see that they've been able to actually give us a true definition of what we call Web3. So looking at financialization, you could talk about you being able to learn, you being able to, collateralization, even swapping, even down to synthetics, even down to pretty much index funds. So financialization of it is actually really large. But I don't know what part of it you would want me to, probably delve into. Be it lending or talking about
let's before we go to the pump or dump segment, let's touch a little bit on the lending, borrowing and renting of NFTs.
All right, so let's first talk about fractionalization, because fractionalization is something that I see as something that will grow big. Because even under fractionalization of NFTs, as you like to this, we still have other sub-segments that are the major part for me. I'm a lover of branding. Mm-hmm. I love branding. So, and fractionalization actually hates branding, So say for example, we have big companies, say we have Gucci, we have all these big brand companies. When you look at them, you look at the fact that these people already have some certain level of people want to associate with these brands.
Yes.
They want to wear this thing. So hence the value, so I call it exclusivity. So but you look at the likes of say huge brands that have been able to establish themselves in NFTs. We cannot use all NFT projects that are available right now for such. And this is because they need to actually have attained a certain level of fit of credibility before people can associate with them as brands. Mm-hmm. So for example, we have say BAYC or we have CryptoPunk. These are the major brands that we all know that have a stable ground. And when it comes to, let me just add that when it comes to the whole level of financialization of NFTs, it majorly has to do with brands that already have like these strongholds in terms of their prices. So, whatever you want to do around them, you are pretty much a little bit safer, or with these things.
You can't actually work with projects that are just coming up and stuff.
Exactly. So when it comes to, you have to probably a little bit stay away from building projects that are just coming up. So when I talked about the branding, I was talking about, so say for example, there was a particular project I talked to recently, and this was, it blew my mind because I was just thinking of it. We having our NFTs we could have our NFTs in form of our clothes and brands. So the way you're able to rock your Louis Vuitton, and you're able to walk around and people know that, okay, he's wearing something expensive.
Yeah.
And the same way you could be able to just probably put on your BYC, that everybody knows is expensive. Now imagine you being able to brand it into a clothing brand. Now, the way you have your NFTs on Twitter, and people know that the hexagon side, so obviously everybody knows this is yours, you own it. So obviously they already look at you with a look of class, the same way you'd wear an expensive wristwatch. And they know this is a look of class. So that's what I'm looking at, with having our clothes. Now there is a particular, I was looking at it, being able to know that this is real. Like if someone wears it and you see the picture on the person's clothes, how would you know that this is real? So the way your hexagon thing is on your Twitter, how being able to imprint some certain level of maybe QR code on it, and then people could probably be able to scan it and know that you're wearing something, original. Yeah, it's also the same thing with our brands. People will look at some and they'll know that, okay, obviously something will be different from,
so how does it not work with lending and borrowing? Because
so like when it comes to lending, people actually lend out their their NFTs, for example, your CryptoPunk. So there is a certain level of pools, the same way you do your DeFi and everything. So we have like liquidity pools that are already on ground that, enable these things to actually function. So you could lease out your CryptoPunk, and then other people are already available like on the other side to kind of like, borrow this, these things.
So that's how it works. Like you can use your NFTs, you can lend your NFTs out, if somebody else can borrow it or something.
Exactly. Before, when lending started, at first you had to actually place like a collateral.
Yes.
When you wanted to.
Yeah.
But at the moment now, we now have like ERC 2670 tokens that are readily available, and then we have 751 tokens also that have been coded. These are smart contracts that literally allow you to be able to do these lendings without you having to drop collaterals. But then at the end of the day, just like our DeFi stores, there's a way to actually earn, by leasing out your stuff. So you're basically expecting to receive returns by lending your stuff out.
Amazing. So before we go to other questions, let's go to the pump or dump segment of the show. So on the pump or dump segment, we talk about NFT projects that are just surfacing or coming into the space. And our guest here, who is Joe, gets to tell us if he thinks the project is going to dump or it's going to pump. That means it's going to rise or it's going to die. So guys, look out for it. So the first one we have is the Book of Gates. Now the Book of Gates is a trading game collection of 10,008 character NFTs, unique digital collectibles on the Ethereum blockchain. Each character NFT will make you an initiate into one of the 7 secret societies, granting you rights and privileges of your order. Now, pre-sale mint is around 0.13 Ether, and the open sale mint is around 0.188 Ether, so you can trade or battle other players on the Ethereum. I am a lover of novels and reading, so it just came to me like, I like this NFT, but I don't know. It now depends on you. Do you think it's going to pump or it's going to dump?
It's a novel NFT.
Yes.
When I was coming this morning, I actually read about novel NFTs. When I was talking about looking at this thing, I think I saw something about novel NFTs.
And I feel like a lot of us are going to like buy into it because I personally is a novel freak. So, having to own an NFT where I probably can just go there
that's the issue.
and just read.
Let me just be blunt. I would say dump.
Okay.
But the major issue here is the fact that a lot of people do not buy NFTs because they love it.
Okay.
We have a sector of traders, we have sectors of innovators, and then we have sectors of people that are in needs for what it's supposed to be. That was why I'm really, really proud, and like I was so happy to see what Reddit did. With what Reddit did, as much as there will be traders that knew about it after, the traders, and the Reddit NFT, I was just finding out, it was almost like they did it a month ago, and people are just finding out. But guess who are just finding out now? Traders that want to just trade it. But look at the people that are on Reddit now. When you look at like the way they structured the whole thing, they made it intriguing, something that you, whether you're with it or without it, you just have to just buy with it, you know. And one thing about exclusivity is something that you cannot overemphasize it, even in our real life settings. The reasons why a particular house will be worth a particular price, you know, in a particular location might sound funny to you when you find out. So let me give you a very, very, you know, just quick example. For example, there is a particular area, let's say you're living in a certain area. The moment you have a certain high level celebrity move into that area,
the price just goes up.
The price moves. So the thing with exclusivity is that people want to be regarded, people want to be known, people want to be respected. People want to have a certain level of class when they enter into a particular area. I just get into somewhere and people notice me. And this is what Reddit did for us generally. So as much as you like the NFTs and you could trade it, you're still going to enjoy like those.
So are you going for pump or dump?
I mean, dump. Maybe after then it could be better.
Oh my God. I've been having guests that are very, very blunt. Let's go to the second one before we go to the third one, and then we get to the next segment and we'll talk about some other things. So the next one is Yes Beer NFT, which is a collection of 6,666 NFTs that live on the Ethereum blockchain, featuring a myriad of distinct and powerful traits. Now, its holders have access to branded toy collection and immersive mobile game featuring holders' preferred Yes Beer NFTs, token-gated merchandise drops, and exclusive expansion collection lanes, and more and more.
But I could sew clothes in my house now. Why are they doing merchandise?
And then they have about 38,000 followers on Twitter. So,
you see, the thing about this, most of these NFTs thing, like, if I would look into them and based on like the analysis, I think I would do more research. Even like the other one I mentioned, I'm done for. There are still other metrics to look at when you want to buy into NFTs.
Yeah.
I mentioned the other time, I said the founders. Now, the founders themselves might not be people that have existing works in the chain, but they might be affiliated with someone that has an existing work, or be affiliated with certain, you know, maybe VCs or people that have like whales that could probably buy into it.
Yeah. So do you think pump or dump? Which?
For this, well, with the current state of the market, I'll choose dump again. No?
Ha! Ha!
I don't know. It's an Ethereum, Abby.
Okay, so that we can save time, let's go to the last one before we get into the next segment. We'll probably tell you guys whether Joe decides, sorry, at the end of the day, if he wants it to pump or he wants it to dump. So this is the last, you know, NFT that we have in the pump or dump segment, and which is the NFT NG passes, and you do not have any right to be biased.
You caught me unawares.
So the NFT NG pass is a lifetime access pass for all NFT NG events and products, along with airdrops for future NFT projects, brought to you by NFT NG. Total volume is about 14% listed. Floor price 0.0009 and best offer 0.004. So NFT NG pass. Joe here is the co-founder of NFT NG. So you guys, fingers crossed, let's see what he has to say. So is it going to pump or is it going to dump?
I mean, from an insider perspective, I'm not trying to like, this is me being real.
Okay.
I'm not going to sell you opium here.
All right, no problem. We're waiting for you.
From an insider perspective, you know, I know what's going on, and I know what's next to happen.
Is it going to pump or is it going to dump? Let's just leave it at that.
All right, okay. I mean, okay, let's look at long term or short term. Should we?
No. You weren't asking for long term or short term when you were talking about
it. You did not tell me.
You didn't propose it. So let's not do short term or long term here. Let's just
Oh yeah.
Dump or pump?
dump or pump. I mean, we have few weeks to the event too.
Okay. Just
Well, let me not sell you opium. Oh yeah, dump. If it pumps, GG.
I like that.
If it pumps, GG. You're going to miss out of it. Then it's your choice.
Amazing. Okay, so let's talk about the NFT NG passes. What are the utilities? You know, you already said access to NFT events. So let's talk about the project itself. What are some of the other things that people should be looking out for in the project? What are the other utilities that the pass can also provide?
So like there's a whole lot of things to look out for. I mean, even down to our partnerships. Just like I said the other time, I said it that everything we did was just in line for us to show, I mean, the growth and be able to actually foster this onboarding that we tend to actually do. Because I mean, at the end of the day, the greatest joy for every firm or for every sector would be to actually get more people that will be interested in that sector after being able to organize events. So when we're done with that, I mean, the great thing will be able to get new people into the space that wants to know about the blockchain space, wants to know about NFTs, wants to know about DeFi, different other things. So yeah, our major utility, like I said, we're gonna be bringing in like some other utilities, but the best thing is like when you look at the NFT space, it's not always nice per se to tell them what exactly they should be expecting.
Yeah, it's
always nice to catch them unawares. So I would not basically be saying like the exact utilities, but we have like some sort of like just like we mentioned the other time, we talked about financialization. So we have like some financial
benefits or incentives
that we'll be able to, Then aside that is when people are able to attend this event, we have some partners that we partnered with to be able to, once you attend the event, you want to learn more, there will be like available platforms immediately after the event where you could go and learn about NFTs, DeFi, blockchain, and pretty much of that. There's something that we did not even really talk about with NFTs, which is the job space. Maybe later on, maybe next time we could talk about NFTs and the job space. Then for other utilities, I'll just chip in this and I won't really talk about mining. Then as much as we're still looking to actually grow the NFT NG as a brand, more than just the NFT pass and you being able to attend an event, we're looking at actually exploring being able to stand as a ticketing brand.
Okay.
As this thing. So for now, would say that our focus, I'll still say, is still the event. Immediately after the event, don't worry, watch our brain roll up and then get like a whole lot of different things. So yeah, and that's why I did not give you opium about the floor price of the. What we're looking at is 5 years. We're looking at 3 years from now. I mean, so after that time, I mean, people should have known what the events will look like. I mean, and everything. By that time, I think the pass should be something worthwhile. But even at the end of the day, it's more like a membership stuff, so it should still really not matter.
Amazing. So before we wrap up today's episode, we're going to talk about the events, because you really touched on the event. So we'll just talk about some of the interesting things that have been happening. But before then, let's go to the next segment of the show, and that is, how well do you know your NFTs? Joe right here is going to be on the hot seat, and we have 20 seconds for him to answer 5 questions. That is 4 seconds for each question, and let's see if Joe is going to pass it. That's it. So, are you ready, Joe? Are we ready for my time? What marketplace is on the Solana blockchain?
Magic Hidden.
To mint an NFT is to
buy it.
Full meaning of MAYC.
Mutant APH Club.
What is N in NFTs?
None.
Name one utility of NFTs. Okay,
so I was supposed to be fast.
Yeah, you were supposed to be fast.
Okay.
You were supposed to be fast. So, you got 4/5, and to mint an NFT, a lot of people, minting doesn't it mean to create?
They're different.
They're different.
You could use Yeah, it's
create, you could
yeah.
actually also use by.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the event. Since you came here, you're talking about the event, and it's going to be happening on the 11th of November. And guys, you have to stay tuned for that because it's going to be very, very big. So what are the interesting things that you have been doing since the time you came in here? Talk about it till now. What has been going on?
Okay, yeah. So since that time, we've been able to actually like put out our partnerships that we've been able to get, which was, I think we sealed MTV Base.
Ooh, that's a whole lot. That's a lot.
So we had to get them. I mean, obviously, from their own perspective, they'll be able to give us like the view from the Web2 perspective, because a lot of people would be able to view from those sides, and that's really, really huge for us. So as well as also, I think we also worked on our merchandise. We're actually putting out like merchandise, stickers, shirts, hoodies, and different things that people, because a lot of people have been asking, when can they see like hoodies on us? They're like, when is that? When are these hoodies coming out like this? We want to rock these things. So yeah, we worked on that. I think when I came, have we launched our pass? I think we are done.
Okay.
Have we? Okay, let's say we have not launched it, but basically now we launched our pass already.
Okay.
And people already have the passes in their hands, gold, silver, rainbow. Exactly, so we have those things already.
In terms of promotions, what have you guys been up to?
Promotions?
Yeah, for the event.
Oh, promotions. I mean, we've still been doing like our normal, patterns of like the promotions. I think we also did like a partnership. After that time, that was when we did partnership with Crypto TV.
Okay.
So and Crypto TV had now like started like the promotions, and we're going to be putting like a lot of videos, and people should be able to actually understand these things. Then so pretty much, I mean, those are like the basic things that we're still doing right now. We're looking to do some videos, like street videos, where we could be able to get more people to just get the buzz. So pretty much just like the form of promotions right now. We're also reaching out to, on my own personal side, we're also reaching out to like some US based NFT traders and communities.
And just to connect and
just
get them on.
Also, to just make them know. I mean, for now, we're not going to probably have them live for this event, but maybe most of them are promising like the next
one.
And as well as even some like huge companies like the likes of Sandbox, Decentraland, and the likes. So maybe the next one, yeah. But for now, we could just most likely have them on the virtual side of things.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know how busy you are, and looking at how close the event is, there's so much work to be done because a lot of people are anticipating on what's going to happen, and I hope that the event turns out to be amazing. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of today's episode on Let's Talk NFTs. I am your host, Faith Ekwari. Make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus, and click on the notification bell to stay updated whenever I'm releasing a new video. Stay locked, keep it tuned, keep your phone ringing to make sure that anytime there's a video that drops, you are on it. I am Faith Ekwari. We talked to Joe today about everything NFTs, and we had the pump and dump segment, and also how well do you know your NFTs. You have to watch it to know how well Joe did, whether I helped him or not.
Tell them to keep buzzing.
I did. I actually helped him. So keep buzzing. This is Let's Talk NFTs. Bye guys.
Bye.